There are stories you hear and stories you feel crawl under your skin like a rumor, like a shiver. This is one of them, a story of glass, steel, and shadow. The year was 2015, but the world didn't know what was coming. The building gleamed in the California sun, its glass walls reflecting blue sky and the bright arc of ambition. Inside, the air was always cold, a climate set to preserve something unnatural. The star of the story was a woman in black, a vision. Black turtleneck, hair slicked back, eyes wide, voice deep and unwavering. Her words were gospel. Her name was Elizabeth Holmes. She promised a future as sharp as the first cut. A single drop of blood, hundreds of tests, results in minutes, cheaper and faster than any world had ever seen. The kind of promise that makes powerful people lean forward, wallets open. The kinds of dreams that command silence in a room. Investors heard only what they wanted, the sound of revolution. Politicians lined up for photographs. The media rushed to crown her the youngest self-made billionaire. Twitter whispered her name as the next Steve Jobs, the icon, the disruptor. They wanted to believe. Everyone wants to believe in a miracle. But beneath the surface, buried in the cold sterility of the labs, something was wrong. The machines stuttered. They spat out tests, yes, but tests that made no sense. Results that didn't match reality. The engineers took notes. The scientists shook their heads. The problems were mechanical, but the solution was psychological. The company's structure wasn't built for innovation. It was built for silence. Teams were cut off, questions forbidden, badge access revoked for the curious. The unlucky ones who spoke up, who asked where the blood went, what the numbers meant, they were walked out by security. The message was clear. Loyalty, not honesty, was the price of admission. But the money kept pouring in. The secrets grew. Each board meeting, each dazzling presentation was a performance. The slide decks shined. The demos left investors wide-eyed. Holmes's voice didn't waver as she claimed her device was revolutionizing the field, deployed on military helicopters overseas, saving lives, killing disease. All lies. The devices didn't work. Most samples were secretly sent to old commercial machines hidden in the back rooms and results relabeled. Confidence was engineered as carefully as the technology was ignored. Patients suffered in silence, holding results that could shape futures. One woman thought she had cancer. A man heard his heart would fail. Others were told they were healthy as disease crept in unchecked. The damage was invisible, the kind that festers. Not a single gun was raised. There were no threats or ski masks, no night alarms. The weapon here was trust. The crime structure, compartmentalized, shrouded, untouchable, was built higher and higher until someone saw the cracks. A scientist, trembling as she called a journalist. Another, slipping a file across a table. The first whispers escaped the glass walls. Lies whispered into truth. The collapse was viral. Headlines spun. Congress called. Prosecutors began to pick apart the myth. The defense was simple. Ambition isn't a crime. Failure isn't fraud. But the jury saw what mattered, a structure designed to deceive from the foundation up. In 2022, the world watched as Elizabeth Holmes, once hailed as a visionary, was sentenced for fraud. 11 years, a billion-dollar illusion shattered. Theranos dissolved, the building emptied, ambition replaced by echoing silence. There were no bodies, but there were casualties. Trust itself bled out quietly. This wasn't violence you could see. This was white-collar crime, its impact as silent and chilling as a slow poison. Remember, every crime has a design, and every design eventually breaks.